Hey YouTube, this is Mr. Penguino, and if things went right, you should be able to see through these parts, except for the shadows I'm creating right now. If not, it's just green. I mean, it's green. Also, I should be better lit, so you can see every fault on my face. We're playing more Asagao Academy. Shit. Everything's going wrong. Oh, I have water in my nose. Okay. So we're playing Asagao. We're on day 7 of 8-ish. I can show you guys if we go into extra and we go into scene picker. Look at this. There's day 8, right? And then there's like these 3 things over here. And then there's different scenes for different characters. So so there's chapter 2, 3, 4, and endings. So I have to go through like all of these things. But I feel like these go a bit faster than the days for the first section. Anyway, into the game. Saturday dawned bright and harsh. The cloudy light outside mirrored my gloomy mood as I quickly dressed and woke up Mai.
Hey!
Mai, it's time to get up. Why? The video game competition, remember? We're playing Stupendous Stomping Sisters today. Mai shot straight out of bed. Oh my god, Jared! I can hang out with Jared today! She catapulted from the top bunk in bed, sprinted into the hallway. Have this not on that loud of volume. And that was terrifyingly loud and in my ears. That was too real. I heard crashes and shrieks as she massacred the other girls to get into the bathroom. The sun slowly rose through the window. Everything would be just fine, right? You were up before the sun, Hana. Before the sun. There's something wrong with that. Soon Mai returned, fully dressed and raring to go.
Hana.
Come on, Hana, let's go. She grabbed my hand and dragged me out into campus commons. Her incessant tugging hurt, but I followed her silently. Even more strangely, she wasn't talking either. Our nerves had gotten the better of both of us. Had gotten the better of us both. We wandered the halls of the boys' dorm, making our way to 402. The dormitory itself smelled awful, like stale Dorito chips. I wondered how I never noticed it, and realized that this was the first time I came on a weekend. Diva, online. Rather than wandering campus all day for classes and clubs, most people were sleeping in or hanging out in their rooms. Mai slowed down as we climbed the stairs, staring at the floor. The closer we got, the slower we progressed. They opened up the 4th floor door and crossed the hall, finally just in front of PBG and John's door. You should knock.
What?
What? Me? You should knock. You got here first. Yeah, but you're their friend. Well, you know them better. But you got pink hair. Is there a problem, ladies? Sense of ham! It's Jared! Oh, so right. I just guessed on a voice and an intonation. Oh, Jared.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello, ladies. Oh, no!
Good morning.
Okay, we're fine. That was so scary. I'm laughing out of pure nervousness. Oh my god, that was hilariously awful. Anyway, is there something wrong with the door? Oh no, we didn't want to wake them up in case they were still sleeping. Jared let out a low-throated laugh. I don't think they'd mind having you wake them up. Mai's eyes almost rolled to the back of her head. Here, allow me. Hello, ladies. I need to say a thing to get into his voice every time I switch into it, and I can't. Okay. He leaned between us and tapped on the door. He was surprisingly tall. Being some 10 inches shorter than him, he towered over me. He looked down and winked at me. And winked. The door flew open.
Hey.
Hey guys, glad you can make it. We'll be a bit squished in here, but it's better than nothing. What, we couldn't get the classroom this year? I jumped. Shane stood behind me, expressionless. I didn't even see him come. Yeah, it turns out Hidden Block decided to book it for the same day. Wonder what for. John snorted somewhere in the background. I'm not sure your room's better than nothing. Oh, Shane with the zingers. That wasn't a zinger. Are you just gonna stand outside or are you coming in? Ah! We stepped through the threshold, fully and completely entering PBG and John's room. Boy territory. We were out of our element. Mai had never been in the room before. She glanced at the walls, shelves, and desks like a mad swirl. Her eyes gleamed, and I had a stinging suspicion she was making note of what she saw for her own nefarious purposes. Though what they were, I had no idea. Rather, I didn't want to know.
What's up?
Go on, take a seat anywhere. I looked to my left and saw boxers lying on a desk chair, blood shot into my face. Were they used? PBG followed my gaze and turned red. Let me clean this up. Pigsty. Do they have pigsties in England? Everything in America is derivative of England. But we're in Japan. Boom! Shane looked at me blankly. Man, we're so lucky the Wii U has 8-player stomp. Oh boy. I'm excited to crush you, Shane.
JonTron sucks.
That's his line?
JonTron sucks.
God damn! JonTron sucks. I don't think that's going to happen.
Hey!
Hello, guess who's here? Gerard entered without knocking, a bright smile on his face.
Hold on, what?
Aw man, Shane got here before me? Did you fail to see me leave?
Yeah, whatever.
I was hoping you were in the bathroom or something. We bought extra controllers. Does nobody knock around here? No, why would we? To be polite? Pfft, girls and their ridiculous social constructs. What? An intricate knock clattered through the entryway, and I pointed towards the door in defiance. Satch? Of course Satch knocks. Of course he does. Hello, I brought bagels. Figured we didn't want a repeat of last year. My stomach grumbled and she turned red. That's what I thought. Ah, that's my husband. Hello, ladies. Ah, that's my husband. What?
You're perfect.
You're the best partner anyone could ask for. You are truly the best of us. Can't you just ask for one normally? I brought enough for everyone. Jared leaned his head against Satch's shoulder, then turned to whisper into his ear. I knew I could trust you. Okay, well then, everybody pick a place to sit, and we'll hand out bagels, and then we'll get started. I scuttled to the side of the room against PBG's bed and sat next to Mai. I'd been sitting with them at lunch, but it wasn't until just now that I realized how crazy having all the normal boots guys in one room could be. 9 adolescent men in one room. Not to mention all friends, all part of the same club. Their personalities mingled in different ways, and I almost couldn't focus on the myriad of inside jokes, shouting voices, and flailing limbs. That is, until the character selection screen came on. This reminds me of, it's the same as the Dumbadoom music from before, but I realized just now, this reminds me of the Game Boy Color Mario Tennis game. I don't know why, but this is what comes to mind when I think of this. And it's the one where you could play as like, you played as some random character and you went through the school building your way up to higher levels. Like you started on the junior team, then you're on the varsity team, then you like go to championships, and then you can go fight off against like Mario characters. It's really weird, but really fun. That is until the character selection screen came on. The believe and I, the controllers were gone. PBG glanced over at me, noticing I didn't have one, offered me his. No, really, I'm not good at these kinds of games. There's no way you're worse than me, or Jimmy for that matter. Jimmy's on the hidden block. He's not here, so that doesn't help. Seeing as he didn't want to take no for an answer, I grabbed the controller and selected my character. Turbie. He was cute and bouncy. Even though he didn't seem super powerful, he looked like an easy enough character for a beginner to grasp. I agree. If you're new to Super Stupendous Sisters, is that what it was? Stupendous Stomping Sisters, go with Turbie. Although there was something in his eyes and beak that seemed a little... Yeah! Beak? Is everybody ready? I swallowed hard. The controller was already slippery from my sweat. I never played Stomp before, although I watched others do so. I looked at the buttons on the controller, trying to guess what buttons did what. One of the top buttons probably jumped. Obviously, the analog stick moved the character. They selected a stage, something with cute little houses and small channels whopping around in the background. Top tier level choice. When the countdown began, there were buttons on the back that clicked when you hit them, but I didn't know what they did. 3. Oh, there was a weird blue button on the top right, and on the left. 2. And another analog stick? What was that for? The camera? How can we all control the camera at once? 1. Oh no! Go! Die, Shane, die! What the hell? Attack everyone, not just me? But you're my mortal enemy! Josh, what was that for? I wasn't even fighting you. You were wide open and death waits for no one. You're next. The battle began in a display of slight mercy. The boys left me alone to wander the field and get a sense of my character. Oh, that does jump! I hit the button again and again and again, watching my character, whoa, float higher and higher towards the sky.
Yeah.
I can fly! My joy was cut short as a noge ball emerged from nowhere and pegged my pink blob in the eye. I fell off the side of the screen. Despite my trying to jump back up, it wouldn't let me. Why? Turbie can kind of hover for a while, but eventually he gets too full of air and has to land. Otherwise, he'd be OP. Oh. When in doubt, down B. Down B? In the commotion of our match, curses and death threats mixing with the clack of controllers, nobody was listening to what Nick was saying. Key to getting someone to hear you in this commotion, it seemed, was shouting their name at the beginning of your sentence. Gerard! Satch! I frowned as my pink blob fell back to the map, shouting Nick's advice. Following Nick's advice, where did shouting come from? I hit down B. A cloud appeared around my pink guy and he became a rock. What? I don't understand. What would a rock do? I repeated the move multiple times, always turning into a rock of some sort on the ground, never hurting anybody near me. Suddenly, an explosion rocked the ground and Turbie flew into the air just as I hit down B. No! To my surprise, he formed into a rock and fell directly onto John's head. His Nario was sent flying off the screen and died. This fucking face right here. Oh my god, it's the perfect expression of shock when somebody you weren't even paying attention to just completely throws you in a game of Stomping Sisters. Oh my goodness, it's so perfect. I like that Jock is just a little bit happy to see that John died. You're on my shit list. I'm very sorry. Didn't take long after that for me to die 5 pitiful, painful deaths, but as my little Turbie tumbled off the screen for the 6th and final time, a small surge of pride hit me. I killed John, Jontron, even if by accident. I handed my controller to Mai and sat back, completely satisfied. If it weren't for the fact that it was Mai's turn, I'd jump back in, eager to find other strategies for murdering my friends and potentially stirring up a hit list a mile long. So this was the joy of games. Yeah, competition is part of the joy of games. I would agree. It's not one of my great motivators. I am more into the plot, but getting the technical aspects of things down, getting better, and reading other people, that's definitely part of it, and it does play a role. Not gonna discount it completely. Otherwise, you know, fighting games wouldn't exist, tournaments wouldn't exist, Evo wouldn't exist. That's huge. After playing a few rounds, the official tournament started. Whoa. People played one-on-one matches against each other, slowly thinning out the competition over time. Mai went before me and was rather unfairly paired against Jared. Every blow he doled out to her was, in her mind, some sort of actual physical contact. At least, judging by the way she shivered when she was hit, it was. Unsurprisingly, she died almost immediately. I was the last person, set to go against PBG. The others chuckled as we were past the controllers. Don't worry, Hona. PBG's the easiest of all of us. You're bound to beat him. Oh, come on, guys. Don't worry, Hona. I'll go easy on you. I nodded as PBG picked the most level playing field, a small platform floating out in space. The match started and PBG graciously held his players still. Go ahead and test your moves.
You're a great friend.
Aw, that's real nice of you, PBG. Yeah, real nice. I tested my moves, and while doing so, my hand brushed against the yellow stick. Turbie did a menacing low kick, and my eyebrows raised. That looked powerful. Ready to go?
Yeah.
I think so. PBG charged me across the screen, and when he came close enough for me to hit, I pushed the yellow stick in his direction. He flew across the screen. My mouth fell open. PBG grit his teeth. I like the little fang he has going on. That's cute. I see how it is. No more Mr. Nice Guy then. I partially doubted that PBG had a non-nice bone in his body, but the match had begun. It was a long battle, surprisingly long battle. We seemed to be evenly matched right up until the end, when I smashed him off screen with Turbie's hammer. What? I set the controller down, not particularly happy with having crushed PBG in my second ever match of Stomp. PBG nodded solemnly. I guess I lost then.
Whoa!
Damn, Hana, that was some natural-born talent right there. I don't really think so. Anyway, the next match is Shane versus Paul. PBG remained quiet for a while after that. It wasn't until the third round that he joined in again, cheering with the rest of the guys. The match rolled around, but this time I was against Jared, and this time I lost in only a few minutes. I set the controller down again, happy to no longer have responsibility over life and death of inanimate pixels. As I did so, I saw Paul lean and whisper something to Shane, whose eyes flew wide open, and his face shut down. Over my dead body. Their eyes slid to me and I looked away. They were talking about me, weren't they? I scooted over to Mai, feeling more comfortable near her than any of the guys. I guess doesn't count as a guy. Well then. We cheered for Jared right up until the very end. He lost to a supernaturally agile Shane, who was seemingly being fueled by the rage of 1,000 demonic toddlers. Odd choice? Everyone, that was a great round. It looks like we're in even better shape than last year. Well, all of us except PBG. That was uncalled for. Totally deserved. Whoa. Anyways, I'm tired, so get out of my room, please. He grinned broadly, not finding anything wrong with how he summarily dismissed us. Mai and I gathered our things and left the room with the others, who, laughing and joking, dispersed in all different directions. Together, we shuffled home. We fell through the doorway exhausted, with barely enough energy to change into our PJs. Our PB&Js? Mai leapt into her bed with a happy sigh. Oh, Hana, I'm so glad you came to Asagao. As if this couldn't have happened without me here? Mai shoved her face into her pillow and emitted a muffled reply. Yeah, whatever you say. I fell on my bed staring at the rungs that kept Mai and her mattress from collapsing onto me and smothering me to death in the night. That was really fun. Video games are fun, Mai. Really? She shuffled around on top of her bed. I mean, I thought it was okay. It was passable. Don't know if I'd call it super fun or anything.
Really?
No, I loved it. She chuckled. Seems like you found your calling. I'm sure I have. That face didn't really match the giggles. Whatever though. Above me, Mai yawned.
Let's just go to sleep.
Let's just go to sleep. I'm exhausted. Smiling, I got up and turned out our light.
Good night.
Good night, Anna. Good night, Mai. As the chill weather of early spring faded and warmth stretched across Asagao, I itched to go outside. With Satch's book in hand, I just took to the streets. Oh my god! Sentences. Since many people realized how rare this moment was, most of the usual benches and grassy spots were taken. I kept walking until I came to a soccer field. There was a practice game being held, and PBG and his friend Jeff were running across the field. Excuse me. Being a skirmish, the bleachers were almost completely empty. Students scattered the shiny metal seats, but there was more than enough room for me. In one swift motion, practiced many times in my life, I sat down, spun my backpack in the space beside me, and took out my book. Not at all the correct words. Taking it. I was nearly done with it, and I wanted to see if I could finish it today. It was due a few days ago, so I was under pressure. As I had a pause in my reading, I looked up to watch PBG on the field. A shock of color at the base of the bleachers caught my eye. It looked like some kind of metallic candy wrapper, and a pang of annoyance struck me. There was a trash can nearby. Why litter? As I jumped down the steps of the bleacher and nearly slipped off one, it became clear that it wasn't trash. The colors changed as the angle of light did. It was an iridescent purple figurine. Itty, bitty, and a kitty. Was it Gerard's? He was the only person I knew who collected them. I held it up to the nearest student, who shook his head. I was free for a while. Gerard was really into the IBK scene, the itty bitty kitty scene. So if it wasn't his, he'd probably know who it belonged to. One problem, I had no idea where his room was. Conveniently at that moment, PBG ran off the field to get a drink. I approached him, holding the kitty in front of myself like a talisman.
Hey.
Hey PBG, do you know Gerard's room number? I think he dropped this. Does the 32 mean something? If anybody knows some PBG lore, I want to know if that means something. Comments, you know, got it. I think he dropped this. I held the kitty up again, and it glimmered in the sun, much like PBG just now with all this physical activity. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, Gerard was just here. It must be his. I asked him to bring me my goalie gloves. I wasn't ready to take him to Jones' place today. His room is right across from mine. Oh, great. Thank you so much.
Hey.
Hurry it up, PBG. Wasn't much of a break.
See ya.
Gotta go. Good luck. He took a huge gulp from his water bottle, then poured the rest on his head and jumped back in the game. Is that a thing people do? I don't really know. His teammates patted him on the back as he rejoined the team. I placed the IBK into my uniform's Lilliputian pockets and headed to Bluebell. Just say that they're tiny pockets. You never know. As I entered Bluebell House, a passing boy frowned at me. Was I even allowed to be here by myself? I shook my head. There was no time to be afraid. Today, I had a mission. So just as PBG said, there was a door right across from his room. I knocked and fished the IBK from my pocket. Of course, it's Shane. Shane answered the door, not at all pleased to see me. Hi Shane, how are you? He was Gerard's roommate? Why was he Gerard's roommate? Makes sense with yesterday when Gerard didn't know that Shane had gotten to the room across the hall before Gerard did, because they were both in the room beforehand. I don't know. I tried to laugh to defuse the situation, but it was weak. I felt like I was only making things worse. I didn't know what went on in Shane's mind. He looked at the IBK in my hands. Gerard should be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'll just wait in the common room. When he gets back, can you tell him to try and find me? I could read downstairs. Even if it took Gerard an hour to get back, I could keep myself occupied. Shane sighed and leaned against the doorframe. I could tell him, but it'd be much easier if you just waited in here. He put his hand out, gesturing me inside. Alright, thanks. I entered the room and stood, oh my god, these are adorable. I like the Totoro looking one. Like, and this one, this chubby one with the tiny face, super cute. This one looks familiar. These crossed between the two of them look like something really familiar. It looks like only Shane has an alarm too. That's a little bit weird. Oh my god, why am I so tired? I entered the room and stood smack in the middle of it. Shane plopped into a chair in front of what must have been his desk. I sat down on what I assumed to be Gerard's chair on the opposite side. Shane strolled around and I started to click something on his laptop. Seeing as he wasn't much for small talk, I turned to observing the room. The room was well decorated, one can say. There was a lot of itty-bitty kitties, each arranged neatly with its brethren of similar design. Every empty space not filled with school-related objects was covered by the pads of a cute little cat, or at least the sealed box of one. Even parts of Shane's shelves had IBK on them. I have to admit, it was kind of endearing. Something about the dedication required was sweet. Do you collect itty-bitty kitties too? Not really, they're Gerard's, I don't mind. Whatever that was, I see. It's kind of niche. I'm surprised you're into them. Oh, I don't collect them. I just found this one on the side of the field. PBG said Gerard was there earlier, so I came to find out whether it was his. My nose. 20 minutes in, every time. My goddamn nose. Ugh. My hastiness to disown the figure did not go unnoticed by Shane, who made a face at me. If it's not Gerard's, he'll probably know whose it is, right? It's probably Gerard's. I smoothed my thumb over the plastic kitty absent-mindedly. Shane returned to whatever he was doing online, and I conversed with the figurine in my hand. Who's a pretty kitty? Who's a pretty kitty? You are. Gerard came back about 2 minutes later.
Hey, Shane.
Hey, Shane! And Hana? He held 2 coffees in his hand. Suddenly he turned pink. And what are you two doing here? Alone together? We're not doing anything. Hana was looking for you.
Really?
Really? How can I help, Hana? He gave a coffee to Shane and offered the other one to me. Here, take mine. I would have gotten one you too if I knew you were here. That's really nice of you, but no thanks. I just came to see if this was yours. For what felt like the 10th time in the last half hour, I displayed the itty-bitty kitty.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes! Gerard almost dropped his coffee as he left forward. I lost this today. Where did you find it? It was near the field. PBG told me you were there earlier, so I wanted to give it back to you. I handed the figure to Gerard, who looked about ready to kiss it.
You're the best.
Thank you, Hana. Thank you. I didn't know... You didn't have to do this, but you did, and I don't know what I would have done without you. That wasn't any trouble at all. It looked pretty rare.
They're special.
It's not as rare as you would... It's not as rare as you would think, but it's still very special to me. I'm so glad you were the one to find it. I shouldn't have been so careless. Don't beat yourself up about it. What matters now is that you have it back. Oh, Shane's got a good face. Happy face. Maybe zip up your pockets next time.
I promise.
You bet. I'll take a load... you bet I'll take a load of precautions to make sure this never happens again. He placed it delicately on the shelf with other kitties that had the same iridescent properties. Gerard looked at me while I viewed his hard-earned collection.
Right.
Accomplishment? Assemblage.
Right.
Oh, duh, Gerard, you dummy. How rude of me not to at least introduce you to my collection. Sorry. In this room, I have 247 itty-bitty kitties of every shape and size. This is the newest set, the Catastrophes. They're a band. They're really popular right now. I traded my rare extras for these the other day. The one you brought back to me is from the set of 4 called the Opalescents. Currently, they're the only shinies. They were so pretty, my gaze fixated on them. I'm just missing the last Opalescent. It's a purple one, Princess Pumpernickel. I've tried everywhere, but no one has them in stock. But there's only 3 copies in the world, so it's not really surprising. It's more surprising that I managed to get these ones. I have one of the most complete collections in the world, but I think that the Kitties Company gives... People think that the Kitties Company gives me the newest figures, but I earn all of my IBK. I can tell this took a lot of hard work. I'm amazed at how much effort you've put into this. He sighed heavily and sat down on his bed.
Completed.
Thanks, Hana. I just wish I could get that last figure. I could finish my collection and kitties would have their friends together in one place. Blah, blah, blah. I wish I could help. Don't worry about it, Hana. This is my battle to fight. I nodded, then glanced at my watch.
See you later.
Oh, I should go. I really wanted to finish my book today, but if you ever need help, I'm here. I stood up and waved to the both of them.
Bye.
Bye, Hana. Thanks again.
Bye.
See ya. He was happy when he said goodbye. Shane loves me. Thankfully, I managed to finish my book. It took more time than I expected, though. By the time I got back to my room, it was dark outside. When I opened the door to my room, the lights were off. I flicked them on. The huddled form of Mai hugging a stuffed purple bear appeared in the bed.
Hello.
I'm back. Mai glanced at me, then buried her face in her bear. Was she sulking? It was so unlike her to be so unenergetic. Are you okay? Doesn't sound very okay. Mai glanced at me again, her face a light shade of pink, like she was holding her breath. You know you can tell me anything, right? You've helped me out a lot, so it's the least I can do in return, right? Besides, we're friends. Mai sighed and threw the bear on the floor, where it lay as if screaming in agony. Whoa, whoa, whoa! This is just a stuffed bear. Landing in any form for a bear should not look like screaming in agony. It's not fair. She sighed again. I know it's terrible to think like this, but even though I'm really happy for you getting to be friends with those guys, it's just not fair. Those guys, who? The Normal Boots Club?
I can't believe this.
It's just that I've been a fan of them for so long and I've loved Jared forever. Then you come here out of the blue with your pink hair and just like that, you're friends. Like that again. Whoops. She snapped her fingers in front of her face. But here I've been trying this whole time and Jared didn't even know my name. I know I'm being stupid and I feel bad, but still. Mai, you're your friends too. Mai smiled weakly at me. They wouldn't be my friends if it wasn't for you. Mai, I'm going to sleep. She turned over and closed her eyes without even taking off her uniform. I turned off the light and walked to the bear she threw in the middle of the room. I'm sorry too. I said it quietly, but even as the words left my lips, I knew they were a lie. Ooh, Hana's getting possessive. She thinks everything good happens because of Hana. Are we on day whatever? Day just 10? I think it's been about 20-ish minutes since the start of the episode, a little bit more than that. So we're gonna end the episode here. We're gonna find out where we've stopped. Day X, day 10. Yes, we are on day past 8, so we're only a couple days left. I have to make a decision soon. Make a decision soon based on what I want to do with regards to the Flower Festival. That's the first date. We're coming up to it, I think. It's either the next episode or the beginning of next week is when we go on the Flower Festival, and that's the first, like, dating part of this dating sim. Up until now, it's just been setting up everything. Pretty much, if you play through this game, this part of the game will be the same every time. I think we still have to go, we have to, like, approve John for John's part of the route, and then, what else do we have left? We already did Shane, I think. There might be something else to do with Shane, but John for sure. Jared, we already picked Jared over Paul. PBG, we already said yes to the soccer thing. Satch, we did the book. I think that's what you have to do for him. There might be another thing with Satch coming up. Gerard, we went on the tour with him, and we did the IBK thing. I think there's one more, but I'm not entirely sure. So we should be pretty close, I think the last day might be Flower Festival or the Flower Festival maybe chapter 2. I'm looping myself now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the green screen or the green background, either way, whichever way it worked out. And I'll check down in the comments to see what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll check you guys in the next video.